Welcome to the Batch Boys. In paradise, we are boys who love the Batch. I'm Ryan S.
I'm Daniel B.
And I'm Jake C.
And we are the Batch Boys. Boys, should we toast to the final episode of Paradise and the final episode of 2016?
Oh, you don't even need to ask.
Here.
Cheers.
To our tropical rendition of Auld Lang Syne, copyright free, because the Batch Boys are good guys.
We're law-abiding boys.
And we never forget.
We never forget a single thing about The Bachelor.
No matter how late the episode might come, still in our minds, still bringing it to you.
We were all very busy. We'll talk about that later, but right now it's worth talking about why boys should love The Batch. And why we love The Batch and what 2016 has meant to us. Oh, I didn't drink. That's bad luck. That's very bad luck.
You do that a lot.
While you drink, I'd like to kick it off. You know, Ryan, this year was my first year watching The Bachelor. This was my first year watching Bachelor in Paradise.
It's true. Daniel's always been our virgin eyes. I've obviously seen every single episode of The Bachelor since the day it premiered. I've not missed one. It's my life and blood.
You are like my father in that way.
I got him into it.
You have so much more life.
Please, your stepfather. Because as we know, all parents are step-parents.
So, this was my first time watching The Bachelor, and also, you know, as you guys know, I started a new job this year, and what I found was that this show, watching these strangers fall in love and watching Ben's journey, you know, helped me connect with so many people that I meet on a day-to-day basis. We're living as a loud and proud Batch boy, you know, just talking about my love for The Bachelor with you guys, with my friends. It's opened up a lot of doors for me and a lot of friendships, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, you'd be surprised when you approach someone at a bar and you say, hey, do you love The Bachelor? How many people say yes, and how the ones who don't say yes give you a weird look. But the ones who do, you got a best friend for life. And obviously, we're going to talk about Bachelor in Paradise. Congratulations to all the couples. Spoiler alert, we're obviously going to list them. We're going to talk about Jojo. We're going to talk about Ben, because this is a year in review. And I think, back to what I was saying, I just feel like I've made some of my best friends to The Bachelor. In the same way that I feel like when you go on the show, you make a best friend, even if you don't end up with that person. You know, these people exist in the same network for the rest of their freaking lives. They're intermixed, and when they do find love, the thing I always like to bring up is that there are babies that only exist on this earth because of The Bachelor.
Batch babies.
Batch babies.
That is such a weird reality that this TV show has literally ushered life into this universe. And that's a reason that all boys should love The Batch. It's real. Like, at the end of the day, everyone says reality TV shows, they're fake, they're scripted. Sure. There's producer stank. We all know that. We coined the phrase. There's producer stank. They tell them what to do. They tell them what to say occasionally. But the rest of the time, they're really falling in love. They're stuck on a freaking island with one person of the opposite gender, or they're in a hot air balloon with some guy they've never met and they're afraid of heights.
Ice Cube's riding in the back of your car with Kevin Hart.
Yeah. And sometimes you sit in a hot tub with Jimmy Kimmel. You never know what you're going to get on this show, but you are in this with one other person, and you're either going to connect or you're not. And if you do, you might have a baby.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, like you said, Ryan, the best part about this show for me is, like, amongst all the hijinks, amongst all the producer stank, is when two people truly fall in love. That is the most rewarding part about it. It's the most exciting part about it, too.
It's the ultimate producer stank. They stanked these people into falling in love. Jake, psychology major, resident psychology minor. Actually, we upgraded you to a major this year, right?
He took some time off to go get
honorary.
his
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Love, I guess, just to put it very simply, love is out there, and all you have to do is look for it.
That applies to you, audience. Batch Boys Nation, you know? No one is unlovable. Look at Ben. You say you're unlovable, then you have over 1 million Instagram followers in a few months.
It's true.
Yeah.
Remember? Ben thought he was unlovable.
Oh, I can never forget.
I think I can never forget either. We can absolutely never forget anything about this show, because if we do try to not forget, I predicted that Lauren B was going to end up with Ben, right?
Right.
Episode 1
Okay.
of season
Okay.
1 of The
We all
Bachelor.
predicted.
I remember, go back to episode 1 of season 1, first episode ever. Lauren B. I knew
He's
they were going to get
talking
married.
about his predictions. We like to predict who's going to win. And then just as an example, on JoJo season, Ryan then predicted that Christian, the Wonderkind, was going to win. And then he got eliminated. So then he switched to
I
Thick
picked some other
Jim, and then he
people.
switched again, and then again. So
I hedged my bets. I placed, look,
take it with a grain of salt.
but I predicted, and I didn't do that the first season, and Lauren B and Ben ended up together. And guess what? Ben thought he was unlovable. And I think this is a perfect time as ever to talk about this season. You know, that season showed me that even when...
Talking about Batch in Paradise now?
No. Ben's season, obviously, first. We're going to go in order. I think Ben showed me that you can feel all the way you want to feel about yourself, but when one person tells you, not tells you, but when someone comes in your life and shows you, like, that you can be loved in a way that you never knew, or that you are the things you don't think you are. Like, that is what Lauren B did for him, you know? They had a genuine connection, and he didn't see it coming. It happened night 1. We all saw.
Yeah.
And
We all did see it.
we all talked
we
about
didn't,
it.
I mean, and then the whole season, we're watching every episode, and none of us forgot that moment.
No, never.
No, that's what our whole segment was. Is it just us, or is Lauren B going to win this thing?
Yeah. No, totally gonna win this thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Something to note about Ben. You know, we're Nick is obviously in the future, but I would like to say that Ben was a big fan from Caitlin's season, not a big fan of The Bachelor. Fan of him as a person, not a fan of him on TV, because it was clear that he and Lauren, that show could have ended after a week, or 2.
But that was so interesting to me, I think, because it was watching this one relationship blossom, and the obstacles were 24 other women, you know, and it's true. He did find other feelings, and it did make Lauren question their relationship, but they were so real that they overcame it. You know, it was like Breaking Bad. You know, he's got every obstacle in the way of him making it to be the man he wants to be or provide for his family in the way he wants to provide, but he does it. It's the reason you can't take your eyes off it. It was the reason I couldn't take my eyes off them. And I love Lauren and Ben. I drink to them tonight.
Here to Lauren and Ben.
To Lauren and Ben. Cheers.
Cheers.
Any other thoughts on the season? And while we talk about drinking, right now we're drinking Turning Leaf wine out of our coconuts. Ordinarily, we've been drinking mixed drinks on the Batch Boys in Paradise, but it's a return to our roots, you know, because this is a year in review.
Wine out of coconuts.
And also a turning point, a turning leaf.
Oh, save it. Save it for when we talk about it.
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to talk about it.
Speaking of not being able to take your eyes off Ben and Lauren, I'm definitely going to take my eyes off Ben and Lauren for their reality TV show. Have you seen that? They're like married together reality. It's like,
I've not
watch
seen any
Ben and Lauren.
promos. No, I've not seen any promos.
Dude, it is. We always support and we love whoever the Bachelor, the Bachelorette, whoever the couples are, right? Because we always want them to find love, but this is just too far. It is.
I don't know. That's a personal opinion.
On board.
That is a
looks
personal
so
opinion.
Boring.
Whoa! I haven't seen it
It
yet.
looks so boring. I'm all for
Where
them. I
is it
want them
on?
to be happy.
What channel is
it's
it
not ABC. It's it's something different. I don't think it's like
Like
Next
A&E or
Entertainment.
something,
I don't think
yeah.
it's Next. Yeah, it's like some smaller channel.
Probably owned by ABC though. Something that's owned by. Hey, there's
Come
our
on,
red
Jake.
cup. Audio.
Talking, you causing a ruckus over there?
Look, I like my headwear fresh, and I don't like this whole Ben and Lauren stuff. That's old hat.
You want to talk about JoJo?
I do.
For audio
I would like to
listeners,
move forward.
For audio listeners, something fell over and we made fun of Jake and blamed him for it.
And I used it as a natural transition to move the show along.
Yeah.
Because
So-
you know, there's some family out there listening to this show right now. You know, you're listening there
Live.
hands at 10 and 2, wifey on the right.
Right, of course.
Your 2.5 kids in the back, along with your 2 cars.
And he's 4 or 5
and
seconds
you hear
from
a
Wilden.
noise. Yeah, 4 or 5 seconds of Wilden. You hear a noise. You don't know what's going on. You look over your wife and you scream at her and you say, "Babe, what's going on with the Batch Boys? What's going on in their set?" You swerve back and forth, causing a commotion, a huge traffic jam.
Oh,
and then now they
whole-
know.
And there's 3 guys in an Uber pool that are running late to work behind you. And look what you've done, Jake. These 3 men are going to miss that huge staff meeting, the one that's life-changing for all of them. It's performance review week, Jake. It's performance review week.
Everything happens. Maybe not for a reason, but everything happens.
That's advice I gave Jake this week, even for myself, because guess what? Things happened.
All the time.
Things happened to me and Jake this week when we
Constantly.
were shooting a feature film.
Yeah.
We were shooting a feature film, guys. Check out the Batch Boys in Rocksteady Row. I don't even know if we're legally allowed to say any of this.
It's on Instagram at RocksteadyU. Check it out.
Check it out.
That's pretty much official. So Jake,
It
talk
really
about
is.
let me know about JoJo. What'd you think? What'd you think about her?
Well, I love JoJo, as we all know. Season 1 of the Batch Boys, Ben's season of Bachelor. I picked JoJo to be
pick.
the winner, and she became the runner-up.
That's
Our
great,
slogan
too.
for her was JoJo keeps it real.
Look at episode 1. Jake really predicted
Yeah.
JoJo as the winner, and she became the Bachelorette.
Batch Boys, season 1, episode 1. I predict that. Batch Boys, we've been on for
Years.
months. And so in seeing her come up into her own, I was stoked. I was so happy to see this so deserving woman get her opportunity to really, pilot her own journey to love, because it can be difficult. I have firsthand experience being more of a passenger in that journey. And I was so
Yes.
excited to see her take the reins and, metaphorically and literally, when she became a gaucho, as we all know.
Of course, we all saw
Yeah,
them tame
so
the horse,
she-
break the horse.
Yeah, she
Just
took
like-
the reins, and sadly, I was a little disappointed with the way the season ended, but I've been keeping up with Jordan and JoJo, and it seems that they've been having a great time. They're staying in contact with all their good friends. They seem to be very much in love. And
Jordan and JoJo, Triple Joe, which is something I just coined right now.
Yes.
Because they're JoJo Joe.
Oh,
Joe to the
JoJo,
third.
Triple Joe. Joe.
The whole season when we were saying JoJo, we were predicting
yeah.
Yes.
Lauren or JoJo and
You
Joe.
heard it here first. The Batch Boys predicted Jordan
Wow.
all along.
Wow.
Actually, if anything,
Oh, no, it
Nick
was
B.
it was Nick B.
Nick B. Santa Claus predicted. Congratulations, Nick B. Follow us
What
on
if
Twitter.
Nick B was the fortune teller lady in Sayulita with Nick and Jen Kabsav? Remember that from last?
Oh, the fortune teller in the season finale. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Santa Claus beard. He like stuffs it down his shirt, puts on a fortune teller hat. He's like,
Honestly,
"Welcome to
you
Mexico.
ever
I've been here the whole time."
I am from
ever see-
Eastern Europe, but I'm in Mexico on vacay.
And he's also like, turtle, turtle. I don't actually remember what Dana Carvey sounded like when he did the turtle thing.
He said he's not turtly enough for the Turtle Club.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Everybody see Master of Disguise in like circa
man.
2002?
I miss being a
Master
kid.
of Disguise.
It
It
happened.
was an old movie.
Anyway, The Bachelor. And that's another reason that boys should love The Bachelor, is because you never know what's going to happen. And sometimes, like, you have to come to terms with what's happening around you. Like, sure, we weren't necessarily 100% for Jojo and Jordan, but it happened. And guess what? As a boy becoming a man, you have to accept reality as what's happening around you, and you have to take it in, and you have to move forward. And guess what? Things worked out for the best, clearly, because they seem to be really happy
Yeah,
together.
It's looking good. I don't know how I'm not sold yet on them. I'm not sold if they're in it for the long haul, but it is going on longer than I thought. Like, honestly,
Absolutely.
it seemed really shaky coming out of it, and now, like, on their Snapchats, their Instagrams, and stuff like that, it looks like they're doing well. I will say, again, JoJo, the same thing as Ben. She kept it real. She's a little bit more fun than Ben. JoJo, I loved, but she had one small problem. One small problem, Batch Boys Nation, and that she had a bad streak. She liked the bad boys a little bit.
JoJo's a little bit shallow. We said it first. I mean, the Batch Boys said it first.
And no one's perfect. We all want
course.
JoJo to be happy at the end of the day, but sometimes I feel like she didn't know what was best for herself. That, to be honest, and that's that's the way it is sometimes.
Well, I said it before, and I'll say it again. JoJo had a misconstrued perception of love because she had these bad relationships in her past. She had guys named Chad in the past who cheated on her, and they hurt her feelings. They publicly slandered her.
Yeah.
And then and she, this is the relationship she was used to. This was her perception of love. She thought that, like, guys that she couldn't believe or trust were the ones that actually loved her the most, because that's what she thought love
That's
felt
very
like.
astute,
Which
Brian.
if I may, I would like to add another pillar to why boys should love The Batch is just watching somebody else make those mistakes is an incredible opportunity to better yourself from within. You have to be able to see other people's trial and error in order to not make those same mistakes in your own life. Obviously, it's going to be different for everybody. Love isn't, uniform.
love isn't
it's
just an
fluid.
open door.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not at all.
You just have to let it go sometimes.
If anything, it's a closed door. It's a door that's nailed shut, and you have to figure out your way in, because everyone's got a different way in.
It's a reverse escape room.
Yes, because there's not just one way out.
love is kind of like this picture I saw on the internet today, where it was a bouncer guarding a nightclub door, and there was a cockatiel on a skateboard, and the bouncer's like, no way. But then the bouncer looks at the next guy, and the guy behind him, it's a parakeet on top of a tech deck on top of a skateboard, and the bouncer's like, come on in. And that just goes to show you, boys out there, another reason why you should love The Batch is getting creative with these dates, okay? All girls want to be is told that they're, according to quote Jen Kabsav's Instagram today, told they're pretty and given a bunch of flowers. There's fundamentals, but you want to make it, you want to have your own adventure. You want to have your own love story.
It's just about making someone feel as special as you want to feel.
Yeah.
Like that's love, is being made to feel that you are the most special person in the world.
Like Jorge said, someone to lean a little on you and you lean a little on them, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So eloquent.
All that means, is a wise friend of mine told me that the opposite of love is apathy. And that is absolutely true. You have to keep going, and you have to push through the hard times, because there will be hard times, as we all know. And sometimes you don't see them coming, sometimes you do, but you got to push through. And if you get bored, you got to step it up. Just like that bird on the tech deck was on a board, but he stepped it up onto another board. And just don't be bored, don't be apathetic, push forward, do what's best.
And if you are apathetic, it's not the right thing, because guess what? Love can make you feel happy. Love can make you feel sad. Love can make you feel scared. Love can make you feel dared. Love can make you feel hurt. Love can make you feel twerked. And love...
You mix it up, and there you have the facts of life.
Boom. Love. That's what love is, guys. This is love. The Batch Boys is synonymous with love.
Can we just get a Batch Boys group hug, please?
Yay.
And
just real quick.
of course. Cheese. Photo op. Anyway, of course, this is
Picture that with a Kodak.
Tweet that out. Hashtag I love all my stepdads.
True.
Yeah.
Hashtag all parents are step parents. The fact of the matter is, this is as good a time as ever. I keep screwing that phrase up.
It's okay. You're just our hope.
This is the first time we've ever had that bad a cuss on the Batch Boys.
Woof.
All right.
Time
to
cut.
bleep
That's
that
a
out.
cut.
We're going to have to bleep
that out.
Cut. Just kidding. The Batch Boys have never cut unless there was a camera
I think it's
issue.
about time you turned
That's
over
okay.
a new leaf, Ryan.
It's all right.
True. It's
Oh,
brought to you by Turning Leaf. It's a great wine that we just tried for the first time ever tonight.
Now with extra alcohol to scrub out all those nasty germs in your mouth.
Yes.
True.
Dirty mouth,
I'm a real
boy.
potty mouth.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, this is as good a time as ever to talk about Casey not being here. He's on a European tour. He's working hard. Actually, he's working over there. He's a big European movie maker, and he's traveling for a month. Casey is. He's making movies.
Proud of him.
He's making
Proud of him.
cash, and he's making memories, and we're happy for him. Everyone on the Bachelor Boys. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed we're all hardworking boys. This is a pleasure. And it's a luxury.
It's also a bit of a cross to bear at times.
Of
we know
course.
that you lie awake at night waiting for this content to be delivered to your phones and your YouTubes.
But we don't mind, because what would Jesus be without his cross? Just some man Spider-Manning on your wall.
Yes.
That might offend some people out there.
No, but he's right. As we all know, Jesus had Spider-Man powers.
How do you think he got those holes? Doc Ock,
Guys, we got to be respectful, okay?
I'm
Ben
not
was a
disrespecting.
Christian.
Spider-Man has the best set of powers in the world, and I'll give a firm argument as to why.
That is true.
Flying is overrated, because check it out. Spider-Man, when you're swinging, right? You're swinging. You're going really fast, and then you shoot off in the air, and you're flying. But then there's also the added element of falling. And falling is like the most exciting thing of all time. And then you catch
definitely.
yourself.
So, like,
absolutely.
Why do we fall, Master Bruce?
So we could get back up.
To learn to pick ourselves
Oh,
back
is that
up.
what it
like, I just like to picture back to the analogy of the guy driving down with his wife and 2 kids in his station wagon, listening to the show right now. From what you just did, I think they swerved back, tumbled down the cliff.
You're welcome.
Because they were very religious. There was a cross hanging on the windshield, and they were like, grab it. Like, say something nice about Jesus. Although we did say nice things about Jesus. Hashtag all Jesuses are heroes.
That's true. And do you think Jesus
There's
could take the wheel if he was nailed to a cross? Sometimes you just got to get yourself
I'm
up
debating
and
if
get
we just
yourself
cut
at 'em.
this whole
No, we're not
segment.
cutting, because guess what? The Batch Boys are the most controversial name in Bachelor content history, and we're not afraid to go there. And where we've been afraid to go, I think, is to the actual season finale of Bachelor in Paradise, because we haven't even talked about it one time.
I was hoping to turn over that new leaf.
Hey, let's turn over a new leaf, brought to you by Turning Leaf Wine.
It's a cab sav, obviously, in honor of Jen Cab Sav.
Don't even get me
Who
started.
had her heart broken.
Don't even get me
by
started.
Nick,
Don't even
who
get me started.
himself is turning over a new
Well,
leaf.
Boys, don't even get me started, okay?
It's interesting.
I've been gone for like a month, okay? And I
Working.
haven't gotten to say this yet. I was experiencing all sorts of emotions watching Jen Cab Sav there. You know what? Batch Nation is a true confession. She's like my favorite person ever on the show. I have no idea why. I just like she's
agree.
graceful and she's real and she's just super nice.
She has amazing eyebrows, which, as we all know, is a feature that I love.
Oh, we love eyebrows.
Yeah. I don't know.
In a way that's not as weird as
Go
us made
to
it sound.
batchboys.net. Check out why I said that I like JoJo. It was because of her
that's so
eyebrows.
true.
But Jen Cab Sav, an amazing woman. The only one to get broken up with this Paradise. But guys, I think it would be very nice if at the beginning of this Bachelor season, the Bachelor in Paradise season, we all made predictions. Okay?
As we always do. That's
We
the Batch
made-
Boys
we all
way. We
made
make
two
predictions so
for
that we can be held accountable for what happens on this show.
We need to test our worth, right? We need to see how experts we are in the field of love
1,000
on TV. So I meticulously curated our answers together, our predictions, and we're gonna find out who won. Okay,
Wow, we're gonna
So-
follow up on something that we did.
So I'm gonna
What a surprise.
I'm gonna start off with Casey, who's not here right now. Okay.
Of course. He's working hard.
Casey's first prediction was number 1: a woman will propose to Jared. Jared will be proposed to.
Which is an awesome prediction that seems totally plausible, but unfortunately it did not happen. But he did leave with Kayla.
He didn't even take his bags with him.
They're just friends now. None of them did. A lot of this. The only person that packed was Izzy.
No, Izzy packed. Josh packed, but then didn't leave.
Yeah.
I'm
about to
Kayla
leave.
packed.
I need to let you know that I'm about to leave right now.
Vinny packed.
I have a very serious connection with this woman, and if any of you are saying something about that, I'd like you to speak up right now. I feel like Josh is like what Toastmasters' dream is. They're like, oh, he doesn't say he's so confident every time he speaks. We love him. This is kind of overbearing. All right, back to the productions.
Definitely
Okay.
overbearing, and I
So-
don't believe he's going to be good to a man at all. I believe Andy Dorfman's book, word for word, verbatim, I preach it as the gospel.
It seems like he's
You
treating
sure
the kids
do
well.
know your gospel, Ryan.
Jesus had Spider-Man powers.
Okay.
Hashtag.
Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, issue 29, volume 35. Check it out.
Nice
So
Marvel
I'm
reference.
declaring martial law. I am the one and only point giver. Casey gets 0 points for that. Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, Casey predicted Evan will go home alone.
Dead wrong.
Oh, if
I
only.
give him -1 for that
Yeah.
because Evan one-upped the hell out of Casey.
I would say that Evan might actually have the strongest relationship out of anyone from Paradise.
Look,
Which
him-
is insane to say.
him and Carly might
Like-
actually be perfect for each other because Carly has been. It's not clear what Carly's type is. She's been all over the place. She's not been able to lock down a relationship, and Evan is a stable enough guy.
He is weird, but he's like nice,
And he's
you
got
can
a
tell he
life.
cares. Like when he gets down on one knee and he says, "Will you freaking marry me?" That's like it's so
Genuine.
cringeworthy to us, but it is genuine. That's the thing. It's like he's like when she's like, "Will you accept my rose?" He goes, 1,000,000 billion times yes. Like he's genuinely excited, and for that we love. You know, we're always
love
here for
love.
the right reasons, and I believe that Evan was there for the right reasons.
We've never liked Evan, and you can check on every single one of our
hate
episodes.
Evan.
We've publicly been against Evan, but honestly, we love love.
He's kind of like the Snape of Bachelor.
Yes, 1,000%. Because it's like we were hating Evan this whole time. We thought he was like literally Satan on earth, but then it turns out he had the purest intentions of everyone. He's 1,000% the Severus Snape of the Bachelor Nation.
Pretty nuts.
That is, we have to hashtag that.
Evan, after all this time,
Always. All I had to do was fake an injury. Reverse Stockholm.
Jake's predictions. Jake's
That
first
was a
predictions.
great Alan Rickman quote. Pour one out right on the equipment.
Oh,
as
yeah,
we always
We
say.
toasted over my phone and the equipment,
he's
and
up
we
there
didn't
with
get-
Jesus.
Just
Swinging from buildings.
Oh, Jesus. This is so much fun.
Moving on.
Jake's predictions. Well, we're Jake's predictions. First prediction: 2 people will get engaged. Okay. Well, let's get through all the predictions and then we'll close the episode.
But
Okay,
that-
2 speed. I got to speed through this because
He
we're
was
running
right.
out of time.
Well, I think we might just have to continue.
I
I
think
feel like
we
we
do a
got to
little-
pick up part 2.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, there's
well, the
gonna be a
camera's
part
about to get,
two.
unless we want to.
We might just have to get a part two.
I say
and-
we do a little splice right now, or not.
Yeah.
Jake's prediction: 2 people will get engaged. Okay, that's not true. 3 people got engaged.
It is true.
He gets half a point.
Yeah.
No
not-
points. He
all-
said 2 people get engaged. That is not true.
I
It
didn't
was a
say
hard number.
only two.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yes.
No,
You
he
didn't
didn't.
just say
No,
that.
your prediction is 2 people get engaged.
No, but he's right.
2 people did get engaged. Evan
I give him a
and
point.
Carly got engaged. That's 2 people.
We're uprising.
Okay,
Grace.
Jake, trust me on this one. I don't think you said 2.
I feel like you're
It's
being
not
so
a
adamant
minimum.
about this because you think you've won.
I am the impartial
All right,
point
well,
giver.
let's find
I
out,
like-
shall
we
we?
can go
Let's
dig-
find out together, audience.
Okay.
I like to think that I won
Jake's
because
second
if you remember back to season 1, Ben's season, I picked Lauren P. And they're getting a reality show based off them. And Jesus has Spider-Man powers.
And, Casey is in Europe and he's working very hard. He's a hard-working boy and he's not gaining weight, but he's making pounds.
He's honestly lost weight. Casey's in the best shape of his life. You guys should see.
It's true.
Okay, going back to it, Jake, you don't get any points for that. You said 2. There were 3 engagements.
I give you 1.
Okay, so far
no,
we're
there are
all
3.
at 0
No.
points. Fun.
I only finished
Watch
Casey.
us. We're wrong all the time.
Jake, I just finished Casey. You got 0 points for that. Casey's at 0. Your second prediction is
Things are getting personal.
Wells will be romantically involved with and make out with 3 women and sleep with 1.
Unbelievably accurate
Yeah.
prediction.
That's what I'm saying, man. You get that's good. That's good stuff. I don't know how you predicted that. That's like some
Wait,
clairvoyance.
can you read that out loud again? I wish we had the
Wells-
audio quote. Watch the
So
season
you
premieres.
guys aren't going to knock me for the fact that he didn't sleep with anybody?
Hold on. That's where we're going to get into the weeds. Wells will be romantically involved with and make out with 3 women. Okay.
Jake said this.
Jake,
episode
that
1.
was, and I said
28
or,
minutes in.
and he said and sleep with 1. I said or. You say and. I'm like, you sure and? You say yes and. That was specific. So I'm gonna give you.
But you didn't give me the option of or. You
No,
you
I
put
said-
and in my head because I've listened to this several times. And you went and I said, yeah, and.
Okay.
I thought maybe you just thought I...
You guessed.
something.
I'm gonna give you 0.75 points for that. Okay. Ryan, your predictions were Kayla and Jared will get engaged.
We don't know. That's open-ended, right, guys? I
They're
still
just
got that
friends.
right.
They're just friends.
I could.
It didn't happen on the show, so I'm gonna give you 0 points for that.
I think it could happen.
Number 2 prediction.
I give myself a point.
Ashley I will lose her V card on the show.
That was just for freaking, notoriety. That was just sensationalist. I was joking. I give myself a point anyway. I got that right because guess what? She did lose her V card. She lost her. She had a
Nope.
credit card.
Nope.
No. She had a credit card that was based off the TV show V. It had like a big logo. It
Shut
was like
up.
a special
Shut up
edition. She
now.
lost that card, guys. She lost that card. Remember the TV show V? It was on ABC.
Shut your dirty mouth.
0 points.
1 point. At
My
least one.
prediction. Number 1. Izzy and Vinny are the new success story. They get
Boo.
engaged and married on the show, and they are the new Jade and Tanner.
Could we just quickly talk about how
0 points.
opposite they are from the new Jade and Tanner?
And also, while we're here, can I just say, big ups to Vinny for
1,000.
Yeah,
for sticking to
100%.
his guns and being like, no, that's not how I deserve to be treated when Izzy called.
No, he called him back. He's like, sorry, no. And I was like, nice.
Yeah,
Nice, man.
good-
I was
good for
like,
him.
so proud of him. That's crazy.
It is too bad to see them fall apart, but I
Not
guess it's good
really.
to have it happen early.
Not really. I mean, basically, any love that doesn't turn up into an engagement in this show is basically just like a summer camp romance.
Yeah, definitely. I'm saying I wish it had turned out differently. but-
I don't.
Izzy
Well,
is
whatever.
truly the villain here because this is the crazy thing is she had no remorse until was his name
until
Brad?
she was dumped
Yeah.
by
Brett.
Brett.
And
Yeah.
Brett did to her exactly what she did to Vinny. Exactly.
Yes. It
And
was,
crazy thing too.
what goes around comes around. It's something I've been learning very much in my life. The circular notion, the circular reality of the universe is mind-boggling, guys.
Time is a flat circle.
1,000%.
But guys, I got to bring you back to an event a few months ago. Okay, JoJo's Final Rose. Do you remember Vinny's mom standing
Yeah,
up in the
yeah.
crowd
Mhm.
yelling, "He's single, he's single."
Oh,
all
so
you
what, are we
ladies?"
giving points to Vinny's mom?
I give a
doing
point
it?
to her.
No, she doesn't get any points because there's no prediction. But
I
I'm
give a
just
huge
saying,
point to her.
why didn't we catch on to this sooner? Why didn't we realize that? Like she stood up, like they had filmed Batch in Paradise already. So she stands up and she's like, "He's single."
Well, I mean, they announced that Nick was going to be the next Bachelor 2 episodes before the finale.
The
Right.
biggest
So,
spoiler alert of all time.
Yeah, like, oh, I wonder if he and Jen are gonna get engaged.
No.
and they're gonna like be a couple on Bachelor, so be Bachelor couples, and they're just swinging.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I'm kicking something around.
I
down
just
there.
thought that was really interesting. We didn't like no one online. Nobody was like unless you read the spoilers, it really seemed like they had the strongest relationship there, and then it just kind of all of his fault.
That is an
Vizzy's
interesting
fault.
theory. I like that. Clear Eyes Dan, seeing on through.
So-
I'm trying to bring back every joke from this season, guys.
Clear as Dan is a good nickname for me.
It's a great
think Clear Eyes
nickname
is a
because look at
nickname.
those eyes. Open them big, Dan, right to the camera. Look how clear they are. Look at them. He uses so many eye drops.
But in my notes, I just wrote "slam dunk for Vinny, man, my man" in all caps. my
True.
last prediction was Jen Kabsav sews up, and then there are 3 engagements, and you guys said, "Come on, man." I said, "Fine, I am taking that away." So I officially erased that, and my new prediction was that Jorge finds love and becomes a part of the show in his own love story.
which honestly may have happened.
It might have happened, but it wasn't shown, so no points to Daniel.
Speaking of things that weren't shown,
So
real quick,
I think we all know what just happened.
Before we talk about the end results, speaking of things that weren't shown, how weird was it when Nick like met up with Tiara and was like, and she like went to ask him if to, like on a date, and he just comes back being like, "Hey, you want to go on a date?"
Oh.
And they were like, Tiara gave Nick her date card off camera. It was like, whoa, like that sucks. Like she did this super nice thing, they don't even show it.
Yeah, they really were like.
Because
They're
in
like
past
trying to set
seasons-
Nick up to be like, oh, he's over there sweet talking her, and then like he comes back, he's like, yeah, I actually did this really nice thing
With
and,
his clenched mouth.
yeah.
I actually did something really nice.
Like, hey,
And,
hey,
yeah.
hey
It was
Tiara,
so
you
nice
have no
to Jen.
chance here.
And then
Also-
he talked to that psychic, and he wanted definitive answers from like a Puerto Vallarta psychic. He was
Oh,
like,
you mean Nick B?
Yeah.
Nick V.
Nick
B.
B.
Oh, Nick B in disguise. Yeah,
Yeah.
Santa. Joe.
Oh man, dude, Nick and Jen Kabsav. So just to close it out, though, the winner of Bachelor in Paradise predictions is none other than Mr. Jake Collins, psychology major, honorary degree.
Let's all give it up.
There we go.
Feels good. Feels good.
God,
I'm
that's
excited.
2 seasons that you've made some killer predictions, Jake.
Oh yeah, I'm good at this, and I have no inside knowledge, and I don't read the spoilies. None of us do.
No.
Not
And you
once.
shouldn't either, because all you're doing is robbing yourself of the satisfaction of watching love unfold, and it truly is. It's like watching a rose bloom. There's videos of it on YouTube.
That's
and-
why
and
they pick the rose, maybe.
It is why they pick the rose.
That's
That
it.
I had inside information. on.
It's the perfect symbol of spoilers on the internet. The rose.
Yeah, just like
do we
diamonds, you know, they go from coal and they just get compressed. This carbon just gets compressed until it turns into a diamond. And then how does it come out of the earth?
By being a girl's best friend.
Exactly.
Neil Lane takes his little Keebler
He has,
health
he has a
at-
little rock hammer, and he's very delicate, very gentle.
I like how Neil Lane was like, "Hey, I hope I don't have to see you again, Nick."
Oh, yeah, that was
and
hilarious.
he's got to see him at least one
At
more
least
time.
that I love that. I started
That is
laughing.
so cool.
Dude, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're
I
gonna talk
love
about
Neil
Nick in a
Lane.
bit, but I want to talk about Jen Kabsav. I have the biggest, I think she's the coolest chick. I think that her and Nick's relationship, while she might be kind of a little, in the Ben's category for I'm not very super interesting to watch on TV, it's crazy. She like really fell for Nick, and she's a nice girl, and they seem kind of like the most normal. What's going on?
I'm putting on sunglasses because this is a hot opinion. It's radiating pure beams of sunlight.
I'm just saying
directly into my eyes.
am Jen Kabsav's #1 fan. I am #1 fan. Anyone
true.
can challenge me on this on the internet.
His
I'm the
love-
#1 fan, and I haven't been here to talk about it. But you know what? I because of this, I like Nick. Nick was great for her. They were a good couple, and it's a shame they didn't work out. But I'm very happy for Nick's new future.
Well, Nick, yeah, this is why I put it on. This is just his love for Jen burns with the red hot passion of 1,000 suns, and his love for Nick is equally growing because Nick respected the woman he loves so much, and
His love for Nick.
your love for Nick. Your love for Nick.
Yes.
Yeah. And
sorry.
And my love for Daniel also burns with the red hot passion with it's really hot.
What's
guys.
crazy is your love for me has been burning that long. My love for you has been burning that long. But I have to say, I need to, when I see Jake walk in the room, if you gave me like a piece of paper and a couple of crayons and we were at Macaroni Grill and you said, "Hey Daniel, draw what you think you'd like to see in a best friend," I would draw Jake. So I got to
Which is
explore
fair.
this option. Jake, how do you feel about that?
I'm gonna leave Paradise then. I'm just gonna leave Paradise. Is that okay with you guys?
No.
It's too late.
Go get your man, Rye. Go get your,
All right, yeah,
your best
Dan.
friend.
I'm gonna go get
Yeah,
Go
come
find
back.
your
Go
best
get
friend,
Vinny.
Rye.
Come back. See if you can have me, Dan.
Ryan. Can I?
No.
I'm in Miami now. I'm a successful DJ. You're not invited to my parties.
I want to go to. We
Dude,
should get
I want to go
insane.
hang out with them. Vinny's. Okay. Shouts out to me for always sticking up for Vinny during JoJo season
Well, his
I always
favorite,
said
his favorite movie is Dumb and Dumber.
and that says so much about a person.
You know, just while we're kind of have semi on the topic with the name of Vinny in the air, both of Izzy's romantic interests on the show were hairdressers.
Brett was a hairdresser.
Yeah, he was. That's why he liked Kayla so
You're
much,
right.
because he loved her hair. And then when Himley walks in, he goes, "Ugh, she's got this full head of golden locks, and I just want to eat her up."
Jen has the best hair on the show.
Who did you just say?
Brett, about Lauren Himley?
Oh, I did. I
Hamill?
thought you said Tenley. And I was
No,
like,
no, no.
what? Because everyone in Bachelor Nation.
Himley.
Lauren
She made
I
her
thought-
mark, but not.
Yeah,
in
wait,
Paradise.
guys,
The
this is
Good
a
Dinosaur?
perfect opportunity to bring back the recurring meme of Lauren Himley being called the Good Dinosaur because she looks like Arlo from the Pixar movie The Good Dinosaur.
Just in case you forgot that sometimes we can be unnecessarily mean.
We're not mean. We're real.
No, we're always there. We're here for the right reasons, and we always support whoever has a shot at love. Lauren, no shots at love.
Never, because she didn't
this
keep
year.
it real.
No shots at love in 2016. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about with you folk. Some crazy stuff.
But then we want to get into the audience. We want to talk about you, the audience. So stick with us. We're going to finish out Paradise, and it's your show.
Well, wait, what was that? Because I want to talk about the very, very end. The very end.
Oh, you got one thing you want to say at the end?
I felt when I was watching this recap, we're doing a little bit of a longer episode this year, and this season.
This is
like
finale.
our year finale for the Batch Boys.
For you and
we
us.
miss Casey, but he's not here for this. Watching Bachelor in Paradise, the very, very end, when whatever song starts playing, that like tropical song, and they do like the highlight reel of everything about. I felt a full spectrum of emotions I never thought I would feel, and I have to say,
another reason boys should love The Batch.
guys, I think Bachelor in Paradise might be the best show of all three of these. Like, it's as if it's the fan fiction of Bachelor Nation.
1,000. It is.
Like, it really is. It's like, let's take all the people that like you love and stick them on an island together.
As a way that I would kind of like to equate is like, some people have their teams. They have their sports teams. They have the Broncos or the Dodgers, depending on the sport.
The Gators from AYSL.
Yeah, of course. The
Team Rocket.
of course, all of those. But you can represent
Mighty
one
Ducks.
team, but it's, for me at least, when it comes fantasy time and I get to take the best of all the worlds and I get to mash them up into one place and I get to see what I love succeed. That's kind of what Paradise is for me. It's I don't have to just stick with one person, and I feel like with Ben I was okay with it, but with JoJo I kind of had a losing season. But in Paradise I felt so much love, I felt so much happiness and joy and sadness, and frustration, which are emotions all the same, and I love to feel negative, positive, all the same.
I think we all do.
Who doesn't?
That's a reason boys should watch The Batch. They should love
Shows
The
you
Batch.
how to feel.
Exactly, and it tells you it's okay to feel. A lot of people don't think it's okay to be sweet. It's not okay to be angry. You can be what you are because that's who you are. And if I could just get a cheers.
And the right person will love you for all of that.
As Evan says, they love you for being you and every part of you, and they love you for your weird.
And we'll drink to that.
I can't believe I picked Chad to win JoJo season.
True. It was pretty shocking. But speaking of loving you for your weird, this is where it comes straight up to you and us, audience. Batch
If you've made
Boys,
it this far in the episode, this is to you.
Batch Boys Nation, we cannot tell you how much we appreciate you. Our numbers have been steadily growing. We started as a simple podcast. They got, 300, 500 views every episode. Guys, we're up to 500 to 1,000 every episode. And that is only in a matter of months. And we're coming back next year. We're starting with Nick Viall's season of The Bachelor. We're coming back for the official season 2 of The Bachelor Boys. I guess it's season 4, but it's year 2.
Volume 2.
And we
Volume 2.
You know, the numbers aren't as important to us as much as we just want to know
Of
that
course
we are
not.
reaching people, because we love doing this. We have so much fun doing this, and we love talking about it. And, you know, I listen to podcasts all the time, and the reason I do so is because, like, there'll be something I want to talk about with my friends, but I don't have people to talk about it with. So I listen to podcasts, and those are kind of like my group of friends. And that's what we've always wanted to be for you, the listeners. Like, we want to be your buddies. So if you ever want to like tweet at us or whatever, you know, we're still figuring it out, but we always love responding to you guys, and we love the interactivity. We want this to be a two-way street.
Yeah, and if I could take this moment to just plug all of our things just so people know where to find us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so obviously you can find us on Instagram at The Batch Boys. You can find us on Twitter at Batch Boys. Those are 2 great ways to get in contact with us. Slide in our DMs. Check out our pictures. Send us some of your own that you think might be good for the page or to help narrate what it is you feel that love or the season or anything that's on your mind entails. You can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/thebatchboys. All our information goes there. And of course, www.batchboys.net. I had this down. And I'm sorry that
the fact of the matter is,
if you start Googling Batch Boys, we start coming up
just
now,
look
which
up
is
for
good.
Batch Boys. That's
Which
us.
is good.
And I think something worth noting.
Really butchered that.
No, you didn't.
It's okay. You're in training. I did it for so long, and then I handed it off to you, and then you just
And
pooped all
also,
over it.
I don't know if this is. I don't even know if we're allowed to officially promote this. But if you're on Tinder, the Batch Boys have an official Tinder
That's true.
profile. It's a way we've
Probably
got
wired
many
up.
of you into our audience. We swipe all over the nation. We have Tinder Plus. If you want the Batch
That's
Boys,
the worst thing we should be advertising.
No,
it's
that's
real,
our,
though.
that shows our dedication
That's
to
true.
our fans. And if you write into us with your city or your zip code,
Yes.
we will do our best to meet up with you and
On
and
Tinder?
just and talk it out. Hey, don't knock it. It's the
No,
it's the
seriously.
modern age.
literally tell us. Please tweet at the Batch Boys a city and state. We will use our Tinder profile. In that state, you can talk directly to the Batch Boys. Any of the 4 of us, we will communicate with you.
We
And
want to
maybe
start reading the stuff on the show. You know, we want to start reading your thoughts on the show.
we want you guys. Like, look, we couldn't be where we are without you guys, and we want you. We're a team, guys. Like, the Batch Boys are sticking around. We're gonna be around in the off season. You know, we're gonna have some predictions about Nick's season. We're gonna maybe shoot another Batch Boys sketch. Let's blow
And
the Batch
some
Boys
other
up.
secret stuff.
Let us blow the Batch Boys up. We're going to share Batch Boys. We're all going to share the Batch Boys. We're going
Our
to
success is your success.
because you were the founding fans. You guys.
You were in before it was cool.
You're my right hand. You're my go-to. You taught me everything about you, and that's a bold move. You taught me how to love.
I want to shout out.
it.
I want to shout out some very special fans, guys, because we've had some fans. You know, we haven't done the best job of shouting them out. That's something that we've been working on. We want to get your thoughts and opinions. You can always tweet at us, and we want to work them into the show, reader mail, and all that. But I want to shout out some fans that have been really great about keeping up with us the whole year, and hopefully they hear these. The ME show, you know, one of
The ME show.
Yeah,
We're looking for partnerships. We love you, and honestly, you know, we'd do anything.
Lil
For a
Stitches was
partnership.
hitting us up recently. Lil Stitches seems to be all about us. You know, they're cool.
They
I
seem
like them.
pretty cool, and their name is sweet. Little Stitious. I mean, what does that even mean?
It's like an Office reference, I think, because you can be superstitious, or Michael Scott's a little stitious.
Oh, he's a little Stitious. That's a great reference.
Your mom is also a really big fan of us, Jody Stiffelman.
Jody Stiffelman. My mom. Don't look her up. Don't find her. But hey,
Sophie.
nods of approval for sure.
You know, I want to shout out Christian Bishop. He hits us up whenever we tweet at him too, and
Christian
stuff like
Bishop,
that.
we love
He's listened
you.
to
Christian Bishop, like, look, you were my prediction for JoJo's season, and I like you. We all like you.
He's the chosen one. He has Spider-Man powers.
1,000%.
That's true. Another one, Natasha Martinez, our first and only guest on the show so far.
Miss America 2015.
Not close.
14?
Not Miss California. USA.
I really like her.
2015.
She's my Miss America. But she was
I
on
think
our
she
show.
really
Miss
liked that.
California 2015. Are you kidding me? She
Jason
was on our
Chang,
show.
Emily Rush, my mom, Nelson. Shouts out Vincent. You guys are all the bomb. Jake, you
fact
want
of
to
the
shout
matter
out?
is-
I have a few
Yeah.
shout outs I'd like to
Yeah.
give. Lindy T, Reed S, Gertrude E,
Brenna
Audrey
D.
M. No, this is a real
Aubrey.
list. So
No,
this is
Brenna
just-
D was a
Brenna
real one.
D.
She was the first one who submitted.
Cameron,
Oh,
Sabrina,
yeah, of
Stephanie. Yeah.
Samantha M, Gussie. Those are some other people that we found through several different places.
And Casey's grandfather, who wrote us our first fan mail that said, "Who is this?" That was the first fan mail we ever received.
So many others.
So
thank you so much.
That
for
was
your
awesome,
support.
guys. So, guys, we're coming to a close.
We're winding down.
Yeah.
2016. I'm honestly getting emotional because this has meant so much to me. It's meant seriously, it's so much. It's really meant a lot to me to have you guys here. I wish Casey was here for the goodbye. You're all some of my best friends, and it's so great that we can share this show together. And it's another reason boys should love The Batch is because, it's a camaraderie. Bachelor Nation is a group of people who are brought together by one thing, and it's maybe it's dramatic, maybe it's corny, maybe it's silly,
Maybe it's just borderline offensive.
sometimes, but it is real, and it brings people together. It brings new life to this or into this earth, and it brings friends together.
Just like, and this is the last thing I would like to close on, Mr. Host. Big ups to us for making the show work and not missing a single week. We might be late, but we've never missed a single week.
36
So-
episodes, 34,
Something
35,
close.
over
Some sketch
30
and some
episodes.
two-parters and whatnot. So
Again, we can't thank you enough for sticking with us. It's 30 plus episodes. You guys have been here from the start. You're our day ones. You're our right hand. You're our go-to. And we are the Batch Boys. I'm Ryan S.
I'm Daniel B.
And I'm Jake C.
And there is more to come.
A toast.
This is only the beginning. A toast to the future.
And year one of the
This is
And year
chapter one closing.
Chapter 1 is closing, but the book continues. And guys, keep a lookout during the off season. We're going to be around. Share our stuff. Tweet at us. We'll share your stuff. We're best friends, guys. We're best friends, and we're best friends. Shout out to Casey. Shout out to Ben. Shout out to Jojo. Shout out to
Grant.
Josh and Amanda. Grant and Lace.
Oh, dude, I want to meet Josh and Amanda. They live by me
And
in real
to
life.
Evan. Even to Evan and Carly, we liked. Evan, even to you. It just goes to show The Bachelor brings people together, even mortal enemies. We love you. We love The Bachelor. We are boys who love The Batch. This is the end of 2016. A toast to us, to Batch Boys Nation, and to Bachelor Nation.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear. And days of old lang syne.
When we want to quit, when we want to cancel the show, we should pour it out on the equipment.
Oh yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.